Hey besties! I'm so excited. If you are new here, my name is Luma. I usually shoot in my bedroom. Like, I'm just really trying out here. We want the content to just look so good and fresh, and I want to start filming in my bedroom because I'm just over the bedroom, okay? We're gonna start filming in different locations. I just wanted to give a shout out to the studio that I'm shooting at today. This is the studio here on Instagram. Oh girl, I just checked how I looked on camera and I feel like this looks so cute. I'm so glad I'm not filming in my bedroom. Anyway, if you're new here, I do pep talks. So I've grown myself into this person and I just feel like I have so much to share. So that's exactly what we do here. So if you're new here, hi, my name is Luma, and if you get to the end of this video and you like it, it would mean the world if you could subscribe to this channel. We're almost at 200,000 of you, and the more people subscribe, the more I know that you guys are liking the content, especially when you comment on the videos, so that really means a lot. Thank you so much to Dossier for sponsoring today's video. We're getting straight into the sponsor. I love Dossier so much. You already know what it is. If you have been living under a rock and you don't know about Dossier yet, then I'm about to change your life. They've also recently come out with candles. Their candles are absolutely beautiful. I'm going to insert a clip of me going through the website. There is a range of men's perfumes, men's candles. There are unisex perfumes, unisex candles. They've got everything on there. What I love so much about this brand is if you order a perfume, in the box, you actually get a little sample and you can try that out. And if you feel the perfume isn't for you, then you can send it back. Oh, amazing. Amazing. I'm going to insert my favorite 2 perfumes here at the moment and my favorite candle. Another thing that I love about Dossier is that there are little notes that come with the perfumes, so you can kind of get a bit of guidance on what you're expecting with the scent. There are different perfumes on Dossier that are kind of inspired by perfumes, so I've been really loving this scent. And if I go on the website, I can read more about the scent, what I'm gonna be expecting with the scent, and what it's inspired by. And a lot of these perfumes are really well-known perfumes, so it's like if you like Baccarat, look at that bottle, it's so beautiful. You can go for Ambre Saffron by Dossier, which is literally a fraction of the price, smells identical, it's the exact same thing. It's just cuter and better. Better for your bank account, better for everything. So yeah, if you guys are interested and you want to shop anything from Dossier, then make sure you hit the link in my description. All of the details will be there. And yeah, thank you so much to Dossier for sponsoring today's video. I hope you guys like this video. So let's talk about the fact that waiting for somebody to want you back is literally ugly. Before we get into this, I give a lot of tough love, okay? I'm like spicy but sweet. So I'm gonna give you like some hardcore, this is what you need to hear. But then also I sprinkle a little bit of love in there because it's tough love. It's like, at the end of the day, life is hard, and going through the waves of life is just like a whole roller coaster. But also you gotta take accountability for the way that you're feeling and acting. Do you know what I'm saying? So wanting someone to want you back is genuinely unattractive. It's actually ugly. And before I make fun of you, I've been there. I have been there where I've wanted someone to want me back so bad. And if you really were to ask me, why do you want this person to want you back? Is it because you think that they're going to be the greatest partner ever? Or do you want them to satisfy something within you? That feeling of, oh, if they like me back, then it means that I am worthy. Okay, we have a lot to unpack and talk about. And honestly, if you asked me that question, I would have replied to be like, no, I just like them. Nonsense. Okay, so I know this is really boring, but we're gonna talk about the importance of brain health. Don't click off. I know you're like, bitch, what are you talking about? That's so boring. I listened to this podcast the other day and it was all about brain health, which is so random. I think I accidentally found that video, and it's not something I would have usually listened to, but I actually learned a lot from that video. So your brain is involved in everything that you do, right? How you think, how you act, how you treat other people, how you get along with other people. Your brain is the origin of intelligence, character, and every decision that you make. So when your brain is troubled for whatever reason, when you are stressed, when you are heartbroken, when you're feeling a sense of lack, then that causes you to be sadder, sicker. That affects your social life, your work life, every aspect of your life. So when you feel bad about something, right, and it's connected to your brain, like you're heartbroken, you're feeling those emotions and you're not thinking rationally, then you're gonna be lacking in all aspects of your life, right? You're probably not gonna be hustling because you're not feeling right. So you're not really killing it with work, you know, when you're sitting around feeling that sense of lack or heartbreak or just whatever. These sad, low feelings, they make you sadder. They make you overall just feel insecure and bad about yourself. And I know this is going to be hard to hear, but that is unattractive. That is unattractive. Think about anyone you've ever been attracted to. Is it somebody that's insecure in themselves, that's not really killing it with their work, that feels bad about themselves? No. I don't even want that. You don't want that. Why would they want that? You're so busy being in your head, feeding your brain with all of these negative, limiting beliefs like, I'm ugly, I'm undesirable, this is the only person literally on planet Earth, and if they don't want me, I'm undesirable. Do you not see how being so caught up in all of that actually makes you unattractive and is probably pushing that person or that thing that you want so bad away? This is because of the fact that you're focusing on the wrong things. We only have so much energy in a day, and you're constantly dedicating a large part of that energy towards these bad feelings that you're unworthy, that you're undesirable, etc. You can't have that thing that you want, you're lacking, etc. We are going to change that, okay? But I wanted to start off with that, and I wanted to start off with saying, if your brain is in a funk because you're thinking like that and you're feeding yourself with such low limiting beliefs, then everything else in your life will collapse as well. If you've clicked on this video, then you know what you want. You know the type of person that you want to be. I'm just here to like give you some advice and help you out, okay? All of the things that make an individual attractive are only achieved when they're focusing on themselves. It's never achieved when you are focusing on the fact that you don't have that thing, that person that you want. You cannot be attractive when you're so focused on that. So a lot of people ask me about like breakups, and you know, they're going through something with someone that they really want, and they say to me, do you think people can get back together if they've broken up? And I always say, the road to getting someone back and the road to moving on is the same road. It is focusing on yourself. It's a win-win situation. So let's just say you have a crush on someone, right? And you want them to want you back so bad. You're not helping yourself by sitting around waiting for them to want you back. It is a win-win situation if you work on yourself, because either one of two things happens. So you're working on yourself and you're being really attractive, and they see that and they're like, oh, I want that person. You know, they're like drawn to you like a magnet. And then that's great, because then they genuinely want you. They come to you. You don't have to push for it or force it, because I don't think relationships are balanced if one person likes the other more. So you want someone to naturally want you and see that in you. But you also want to see it for yourself. And then how I just said, it's a win-win situation, is that happens, or you just end up loving being by yourself in your own company, right? And you will attract so many other and better people out there for you. Win-win situation. So then when people come to me and they're like, do you think that I could get back with my ex-boyfriend, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, why is that your focus right now? Your focus should be on yourself. Because one of two things can happen. You're either going to go and do better, or they're going to come back to you and realize what they've lost. Neither of these things are achieved if you sit around just focusing on the fact that you don't have them. This also goes for things. It goes for jobs, it goes for materialistic things, friends, everything. That's why there's this concept of, if you push something away, it'll come to you. And if you pull something, then it will be pushed away. I think that's absolutely true. It's like an energy thing. You can feel the energy. It's crazy because aesthetically, like, yes, I've definitely grown up from high school a lot, but I feel like the main reason why I have such a different experience when it comes to dating is because then I didn't have any confidence, and now I have confidence. And also, I don't have much entitlement, so I don't really take it to heart if somebody doesn't want me back. You're allowed to not want me back. That does not take away from my value or what I have to offer or anything about me as a human being. You're allowed to be your own person that doesn't want to date me. And some people cannot grasp the idea of that, and we are going to change that today. I want you to get rid of your entitlement. Think of every ad that you watch, right? A deodorant ad, a beer commercial, anything. All of these ads are catered towards making you feel like you are the most important person on the planet. That's how ads get you to buy things. That's the way social media is. That's business. Like, everything we see online, on our phones, everywhere, is designed to make us feel like we're the most special person on the planet. This is mentally and socially unhealthy because it drives a feeling of entitlement. It gives us such a big ego. And ego is so unattractive, and it serves you absolutely nothing. People have such big egos that they cannot stand the idea of rejection. And that's why so many of your friends, or so many people you know, I'm sure everybody watching this knows at least one person that is in a relationship that they're not really happy with, they're not really proud of. It doesn't seem like they're super in love with their partner, but I guarantee you they're in that relationship because the alternative is being single and being out there on the playing field. And lots of people say, oh, being single isn't for me. What does that mean? Oftentimes it means they are not able to deal with rejection, so they'd rather be comfortable with this person that accepts them. That's crazy, right? Because I was definitely one of those people where, like, I was in a relationship in the past where I didn't feel like that was for me, but I stayed because the alternative was too scary for me. Like I didn't want to be single because I didn't want to face rejection. That's ridiculous. If you're not able to face rejection, you will never find the partner that is your dream partner, that is somebody that is worthy of you, that is somebody that challenges you, that you feel in your heart like, yes, this is 100% like my dream person. I want to get married to this person type shit. If you are too comfortable and afraid, you're always going to be dating these people that you just think, like you're nice, but you're not for me. I know this is going to sound like really harsh, really tough love of me, but you know, we're having a little big sister therapy session right now. It didn't just like, it wasn't just a click and then all of a sudden I'm okay with rejection. Rejection still hurts, but I can definitely accept it more because I've spent a lot of time working on myself. So if someone rejects me, I don't really take it to heart. If someone rejects me, I'm not going to go home and look in the mirror and think, am I ugly? No. I've spent all this time working out, working on my businesses, working on myself and my mental health and going to therapy. Everything that I do, all my appointments, my skin appointments, my outfits, everything I do. I put so much love and effort and energy into myself that if somebody rejects me, then it simply means, okay, I'm not for them. Maybe they're looking for something else. Maybe they're focused on themselves. They don't want to be in a relationship. I've been in that place before where I've met someone and I thought, oh, you're such a great person and I could definitely see a future with you, but I don't want that right now. I don't want to date anyone. And that's okay. I actually really don't like when I meet people and they have this heavy, intense feeling of entitlement. You know, it's just so unattractive and it serves them nothing. I feel like it hurts them, if anything, because sooner or later they're bound to realize the world doesn't owe them shit. I mean, if you think this way, then you start to believe that you deserve to have positive experiences all the time without experiencing rejection or failure or heartbreak. And this is really bad because that's not true, one, and two, it's not possible. It's absolutely impossible. Everything I preach on this channel comes down to one thing. We cannot control what happens in our lives, but we can control how we feel and how we take things and how we respond to things. I mean, people that feel like they're owed a good life, they never live a good life in the end. Do you get what I'm saying? So many girls sitting around just bummy, being like, I want a man that has so much money that does this and that. Do you think that man wants you, knowing that that's all you have to offer is just the fact that you want to date someone with money? It takes two to tango, and you have to also be that person that your dream partner would want. Okay, and another thing that I want you to do. I want you to get rid of the belief that if you don't have it, this thing that you want or this person that you want, you're lacking. Get rid of that belief. That's why for so many of us, when we notice that somebody doesn't really want us, it takes a massive hit to our egos. Then all of a sudden we start chasing the wrong things. I want to be the prettiest person. I want them to want me. If they want me, I will be complete. Like if they need me, that's fine. How many times have you wanted a person to want you back just because they didn't want you? But you just want them to want you back because it would feed your ego. Yeah. You gotta stop doing that. That's unhealthy. Everything I'm talking about in this video goes for friendships and even stuff like a job or like your dream life. It's all relative, it's all the same thing, but I'm gonna talk about relationships a little bit right now. The best relationships are when people individually find that feeling of completedness and they are themselves and they've worked on themselves and then they come together. That's so rare, but that's the best case scenario. Those are the relationships that last. And actually, even though you might not see it this way, that thing that you want that's not meant for you and it's not really choosing you back, going for that thing is almost settling. You're settling because you want your ego to feel good. It's like something unhealthy that isn't good for you, but you just keep wanting it anyway. You're not listening, you're not thinking rationally. Having somebody want you back is comfortable. It strokes your ego. But if I was to give you two options, do you want something where you're comfortable and your ego is stroked, or do you want something absolutely incredible? Incredible being the version of you that's worked on yourself, has let go of all these things and people that aren't choosing you, and then you attract better things. What would you choose? Because let me tell you something, if I was out and if I was single and I saw someone I thought was attractive and I went to go talk to them and I quickly realized that they're not interested in me and don't want me, I wouldn't make it my life's mission to make them want me back anymore. Maybe in the past, maybe when I wasn't confident, but there are too many things and too many people in this world for me to ever feel like chasing somebody will fulfill me. There are so many other things that fulfill me. The world has a fucking plan for you. Like, you're not just gonna be alone and dying, and you know what I mean? Like, that's so ugly, that desperate feeling of, oh, I need a partner right now, otherwise I'm gonna be alone forever. Are you serious? You're amazing. There's so many people, there's so many things, there's so many countries, there's so much out there. There are things that are even better for you on the other side, that are waiting for that version of you. Do you get what I'm saying, baby? Anyway, that's all for today's pep talk. I hope you guys liked today's video. I'm kind of mixing it up on this channel. I'm going to start doing more vlogs and other things, but yeah, I do love making these pep talks and I love giving you guys the life advice, and I will keep doing this. I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here and watching today's video, and I will see you in my next video next week.